What's going on, guys? My name's Brennan. Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to share with you why success is not derived from motivation, or why motivation is not enough for success to happen. And I'm going to share with you 3 steps to make that happen for you. Step number 1, do the thing. What I mean by this is just do it. It doesn't matter, you can make all the excuses you want to in the world, but most important thing is to just do it. See, you don't know what you want until you do the thing. You don't know what works and what doesn't work until you actually get started doing it. It's all a learning process, no matter what your goal is. We all have to learn. And learning rather than waiting gives you a leg up against the others in your field that are wanting to do the same thing. That brings us to our second point. Don't be afraid to fail. You know, as cheesy as it sounds, failure is just a way of learning how not to do something. And that's true. It's a very cheesy statement, but it's got a lot of value in it. You know, I've had Sparrow for the last 7 years. That's a third of my life that I've had this idea for clothing and designs to help do things that I think that are worth doing that I just haven't done with. And it's only just now begun to be the shell of the actual product of what I want to produce. But it's also part of why I'm able to sponsor today's video. You see, if you click the second link in the description below, you get 15% off site-wide. Your entire order, whatever you put in your cart, you'll get 15% off the entire order. And that's something that I'm extending to people that want to follow me and see where I go on this journey with YouTube and all these other things. Is I want to pass on whatever I can to you guys, as well as give you some cool clothes to wear. The shirt that I'm wearing right now is the Native. And you can pick it up on sparrowcloth.com. Second link in the description gets you 15% off. Jumping back into it here, I've learned a lot through my failures through trying to grow this company. See, there was a point at which I even considered just stopping it altogether. I considered giving up the dream entirely. But it's only through these failures that I grew, that my skills in design grew, that my knowledge on products and how to do things and different types of printing and all these things grew. And when I talk to manufacturers now, I know what I'm talking about when I talk to them, because I've had 7 years of experience in how to not do something, to know how to do it the right way now. So this is going to bring us to our third step. Motivation is just not enough. I've been catching up on a bunch of YouTube videos, different YouTubers I watch. One in particular is Nick Bear. If you don't know who he is a powerhouse of content. He's got everything from lifting videos to diet nutrition, not just in that stuff, but in business marketing. He grew his supplement company from doing a couple $100s in business a month to multi-million-dollar company. So if you're into that kind of stuff, he is definitely someone that I recommend watching. But one of his videos that he had was on this topic, and it's kind of the reason you're seeing me now. Motivation just isn't enough to achieve what you're trying to do. You see, motivation and success are 2 different things. Motivation is the thing that gets you excited. It's that inspiration that kind of gets those wheels turning. But motivation just isn't enough, because if you go on motivation alone, you start out strong and then something happens, life gets in the way, and you start to lose motivation. Well, what do? Because it's just motivation that's driving you, you just quit. But when the motivation triggers something in you that says stop making excuses, that's when massive action can take place. You see, if I was running off of motivation alone, then when I look at the analytics of a video, or if I look at how my sales are doing on one thing or the other, I lose motivation because it can be lost. That's the difference between motivation and success, is that success is the end goal of the action you're taking. Motivation is a tool to use along the way, but if you're simply running off of motivation alone, it can be lost at the drop of a hat. You see, motivation is not my driving force. For me, the reason I do the things that I do with ALA, with Sparrow, with these YouTube videos, is that I genuinely enjoy creating them. It's something that I love doing, it's a passion of mine, and I want to make the world around me a better place. You see, when I started doing the Moment Makers podcast, I had no idea how to find a hosting site, or what to use, or what software to use, or what hardware to use even. But I figured it out along the way. And yeah, it's not the best quality product. It's nothing like Rogan or any of the other podcasts that are out there that have all these big budgets. But we're doing it. We're doing everything we can to make a quality product as good as we can right now. The last part in this, and this is kind of a bonus little tip, is enjoy the process. So many people get caught up in the failures or the successes of life and business and marketing and all these things that we get stuck doing, and people forget to enjoy the process. See, when you sit back and you enjoy the process of what you're going through, it makes the success at the end taste so much sweeter. When you get that chance to look back at the things that you went through, your failures, your mistakes, it makes the moment when you have that record-breaking month in sales, or that record-breaking month in subscribers or views on a video, or when you hit 1 million subscribers, you get to look back on all of the cringy things that you did when you started doing the thing that you're doing. But that's the difference, is that you have to start now. You have to start now to prepare for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road. Starting this channel for me is a massive step in creating my own personal brand. And that brand is centered around a lot of different things that I'm doing, as well as motivational type of content, because I want to create a better world than what we're living in now. See, part of what I'm doing with these videos is trying to grow myself so that everything else that I'm doing can follow suit. And that's the difference between having motivation and being successful. Is motivation isn't enough to keep going when I have 10 views on a video or 15 views. Motivation isn't my driving factor. And I've mentioned that once already, but I want to reiterate why I'm doing what I'm doing, to compound. And that's a big part of success and motivation, is when you find this one thing that you can truly grab onto and take to the fullest extent, or even just to that next level. It compounds, and you take that motivation from that one thing into other things, and that compounds on those. And that's why I have so many different things. That's why you see so many successful people having so many different businesses, is because they take the success of one thing and they compound it into another. And it's not just a tool that you can use in business. It's fitness, it's family, it's every aspect of your life that you can take that into and compound it. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you liked what you see and you want more content like this, hit the like button. Let me know that you guys enjoyed it. Considering subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell so you know when new videos are posted. But that's gonna do it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one.